So today I'm going to be talking about how to add emojis to your social media posts from a laptop or a PC. Now, a lot of people know when you're writing on your mobile phones, you're creating your social media posts on your mobile phones. It doesn't matter whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, whichever platform you're using. It's quite easy to add emojis on your phone. But a lot of us create our social media content on our PCs. I know I do, because you can schedule it in, get ahead of the game. You don't have to be on your phone all the time. But the big question is how do you add emojis if you're on your PC? Okay, well, today that's exactly what I'm going to show you. It's really, really simple, and I'm going to talk you through how to add emojis into your social media content, and also what is the best practice for adding emojis to your posts, because sometimes less can be more. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen and show you exactly how you can add emojis onto your posts. In the meantime, please do join the chat, introduce yourselves, and feel free to ask lots of questions as we are going along. Whether you're watching this live or on catch up, I will come back and answer all the questions at some point. Right, let me dive in and share my screen. Okay. So here you can see I've created, this is LinkedIn. We're on Facebook, I'm here. So here on Facebook, we've created a post and I've created it on my PC. So the issue that we've got here is it's a lot of text, isn't it? There's a lot of text with lots of dashes and things like that. And it's the same. I've created the same post on LinkedIn. There's loads of text. So it's actually visually not very appealing. And this can be quite frustrating when you're on your computer, because you might not want to create this post on your phone and quickly add emojis. But actually, emojis are really important when it comes to social media posts. Basically, a survey done by Quintly demonstrated that actually posts on Instagram with at least one emoji got 47.7 more interactions than a post without. And again, Sprout Social has done quite a lot of research onto the likes of Facebook and adding emojis. And actually, it is demonstrated that emojis do increase the reach of your posts and encourage more interactions. So if we are on our PC, like I am here, how on earth do we add these? Because quite frankly, that is not very appealing, is it? Well, what I've done is I've added it just as a demonstration, some emojis to this post. It's exactly the same text, but I've added some emojis in there, okay? So I'm going to show you exactly how you do it. So this is a LinkedIn post. And again, it's the same for any social media platform. You can do it in the same way. And in fact, even if you're working on a Word document and things like that, you want to add emojis, it's the same way. So basically, if I wanted to add emojis into here, what I would do is probably put an emoji at the beginning of the sentence, because it's an emoji that's going to attract attention before anyone has to click more. Because when I post this, it's going to be cut off. This text is going to be cut off. So adding an emoji at the beginning is quite nice. So what I do is I hover over to where I want to add the emoji on here. Click my right-hand mouse button and it will come up with emoji here. And here you can add whatever emojis you want. You can search through them, or you can simply ask for, a light bulb. You can search for it like this, light bulb, for example. Click on the emojis, search for a light bulb. Didn't come up, but anyway, search for light, and it'll come up with different options on your emojis. And you can just basically click on it and it adds it to your text. You can add multiple ones. You can just scroll through if you want. Scroll through these. You've got your food ones. They're slightly different to what you'll find on your phone because they're designed for PC. But you've got all these ones here. Now, what I would suggest when you are using emojis, then actually what you want to do is add emojis that relate to the text that you're writing about, make it relevant, okay? So make sure your emojis are relatively relevant. So again, you might want to do a graph on this. It's a bit more relevant than a light bulb to show that people are getting a higher reach. And then what you want to do is bullet points are really quite difficult to do because we've not got normal editing on posts. So what I tend to do is I actually use emojis as bullet points rather than a dash. So you basically right click, click emoji, and then I might add the fire one, and that would be my nice, basically a nice bullet point rather than just a bland, boring dash. And again, you can use different ones for this, okay, to make it a little bit more interesting. So what you can do with these is going to stand out, okay? But one thing to bear in mind when you are doing these, don't add too many, okay? A classic example of a post that has hundreds of emojis in is generally written by AI. AI loves emojis. So again, really think about which emojis you want to use. Don't overuse them too much. I tend to use them for bullet points, but I wouldn't really think about doing too many of those. Okay, so because that's what AI does. Yeah. So again, you can use different emojis here. Okay. Oh, hi, Tiana. Thanks for saying hello. Nice to see you. Again, if you've got any questions as we're going along, or say hello, do pop it in the chat. Now, the beauty about this is what we can then do is you can actually copy it. So you might be going, crikey, that took ages. I need to do it on Facebook as well. But don't worry, because once you've created this, you can just copy this here, pop it into a Facebook. So let's create a post on Facebook. You can actually just paste that in and it keeps all the emojis. So that's really, really quick. Okay. So that is basically how you add emojis from your PC. Now, if you need more tips and advice on how to structure your posts to get a higher reach, then I am running a little webinar this Friday at 9:30, and I'm going to be teaching you all how to structure your posts to get a high reach, because there's loads more tips I can share. It's not just about the emojis. That'll help, but there's loads of other things you can do to structure your posts to make sure you get a high reach. So please do come and join me Friday for lots more tips and advice on structuring your posts. Please do give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next Monday for lots more tips and advice on social media. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.